All right, everybody, welcome into another edition of the BJ Brooks Show. And I want to thank our good friends at Canopy Realty, Ryan Morton and Company. Always does a fantastic job. If you guys are looking to buy a house, sell a house, anything that has to do with realty, come see us. We'll get you in touch with Ryan Morton. You'll also see his information on this video. Coach, last week you guys played a very, very tough Guntersville team that's pretty much been ranked in the top 10 all season, and come up short. I know that was a tough night for your guys, and to see it end like it did. But take us back to last Friday and how all that transpired during that game.
Yeah, so that's what I kind of talked about last week is we kind of got lucky enough to host Scottsboro and Guntersville after they both came off a loss. So, they come in here with a chip on their shoulder, ready to prove something. Like you said, they've been in the top 10 all year. They're a really, really good football team. They're getting healthy. They got one of their good running backs back. They're a really good football team. They're a really good football program. There's a reason why they're one of the top 20th winningest programs in Alabama high school history. They're super disciplined. They do what they're supposed to do. We probably had too many mistakes offensively, defensively, special teams, and that's on me. That's my fault. And but so I tell them, we can't have mistakes like that and beat a good team. Because if you play somebody that's really good, like a Guntersville, then they're going to make you pay for those things. And sometimes that happens, and they're a really good football team, and we still got a little bit of ways to go, and hopefully we can just pick up from it and learn from it this week.
You guys have an interesting situation coming into this week right here. You have a chance to become the first winning team, have a winning season in Sardis in 7 years. Is that correct?
Correct.
Have you told that to the guys? And if so, what was their response?
Yeah, and I told them, obviously our goal was to make the playoffs, and we can't achieve that anymore. But we still have goals, and we redirect those goals. And I told them this would be a great legacy for the senior class and make the playoffs. I mean, not just can't make the playoffs, to have a winning season.
Yeah.
And you could be the first team to do that in 7 years here, which would be huge. Just for them and kind of setting a good cornerstone, a good foundation for the years going forward.
Yeah, that would be huge, especially for these seniors, because they've been through so much and they've righted some wrongs, so to speak. They beat some teams that you guys hadn't beaten around here in a long time. So this right here would put a kind of a stamp on these seniors being the foundation of the future here. Do you agree with that?
Oh, yeah. And that's what I told them, was this is the legacy you could leave.
Gotcha.
And don't be just happy with going 500, even though, to their minds, and, we have accomplished a lot this year, but we could do something even better.
Gotcha. Makes sense. A lot of good things is going on here at Sardis. Your baseball team success. You've got the football team back on track. Basketball is looking to be really good. Just on the male side, we're not talking about the females. Obviously, they're very good as well. Yeah. But just talk about the state of Sardis, like for those who maybe haven't been around the program that much, may have graduated from here, people in the community, how much better it is than it has been as of recent years.
Yeah, Sardis is a good community. They've had a lot of good teams in the past. That you went to school here. I mean, they've had successful programs in the past. Just for whatever reasons, the last couple of years, they've struggled some, and sometimes that happens. You get injuries, you get put in rougher areas. A lot of things go into what football records are that a lot of people don't think about sometimes. But this year we've just been able to win a little bit more than we have in the past, and we're just trying to build that culture, and we want to springboard everything. We want to springboard into basketball, and the kind of saying is, if football has good, we want everything to follow after that. True. And and baseball kind of did that for us, kind of to help us get the guys ready for football season as well. So we just want to try to keep the ball rolling in as many sports possible. If it says Sardis, we want it to be good.
Yeah, you want to represent well too. Now you're playing this week's interesting matchup. You're playing a very, very tough Hoax Bluff team that has qualified for the playoffs, and they've actually beat some teams this year that on paper, they're probably not supposed to, but they've done it, and they also earned their way into the playoffs. And very big physical Hoax Bluff team. Talk about Hoax Bluff and the challenges they present.
Yeah, Hoax Bluff. So it's not often you get to coach against somebody that's already in the Hall of Fame,
Yeah, that's true.
or you're going to coach somewhere that the stadium's named after them.
Yeah, that's true too.
So I'm getting to kind of do both of those this week, and I'm a Glencoe guy, so going to play Hoax Bluff's always a big deal to me personally.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of good people. Hoax Bluff's a great community. Their kids play hard, always. Coach Rob and them, they could be 0-10 or 10-0. Their kids play with just extreme fight. They get after you for the whole game, and that was my challenge to our guys this week was I want us to play harder than them. If you play harder than them, I think you got the talent to play with them and to beat them. But you got to come out and match what they play with.
That's true.
And they're really big up front. They got some really good skilled players. Number 5 for them's a really good ball player. Number 4, number 7, 25 runs it hard. The line's big. I like number 8, their linebacker. He's not the tallest guy, but he'll stuff it in there. 32, their defensive end. He's a good ball player. They're just a good football team, and that's what I told Coach Rob. And honestly, Geraldine, really good football team.
Yep.
They lost. Hoax Bluff lost them 17-7. Mm-hmm. They were in it the entire time. They were beating Sylvania the majority of the game and lost by a touchdown.
At one point, I think 21-7.
Yeah, and I told Coach Rob today, I still don't know how they lost the Piedmont game. I felt like they had a chance to put them away, and they just, for whatever reason, never did or weren't able to. They're a good football team. They're very physical. It's going to be a tough one, especially anytime you go play at Hoax Bluff too.
Yeah, it's going to be the woodshed, they call it.
Oh yeah. We don't want to get taken out behind the woodshed.
Yeah,
we want to take them out behind the woodshed. So
that's the goal. Anytime you play over there, there's 2 things I can guarantee you. 1, it's going to be packed, and 2, they're going to physically hit you. I mean, that's what Hoax Bluff's known to do. They play a physical brand of football, and it's a big crowd.
Kelly Green everywhere.
Yeah,
so.
every time they play at home, man, they pack that place out. Well, Coach, it's been a good run here doing your show each and every week. We really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, you guys did not make playoffs. It's probably maybe the last BJ Brooks show of this season, but man, we've really enjoyed having you on, and going to definitely keep in touch with you throughout the season and the off season, and because the future is very bright here at Sardis. So I appreciate you, brother.
We appreciate y'all. We appreciate Ryan Morton and everything for sponsoring it. And come support our other kids here at Sardis. We have a lot of awesome kids here. Come support basketball. Come support cheerleading. Baseball, softball, everything we got going on. So just come check us out.
It's going to be good times, Coach, coming up. Like you said, there's a lot of good kids about to take the court, and then some going to be taking the baseball field. Mm-hmm. You guys may even be the favorites in 5A in baseball. You got to be one of the top 2 or 3 teams.
Oh, yeah. So, if Coach Vincent was here, he'd tell you to be quiet because he hears that 24/7.
Hey, rat poison.
Yeah, you're the hunted now.
Yep.
You're not the hunter. So
that's right.
Everybody got the target on your back.
That's exactly right.
But that's how you'd want it.
That's right.
So
I would say the old what was his name? Well, we can't say it what he actually said, but the coach used to be with the Jets.
Oh yeah.
Remember his quote? We can't say it on here.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. But anyways, we're gonna shut it down at this time. We'll be back here hopefully next year to do another edition of the BJ Brooks Show. Definitely gonna check in with you guys whether we're doing a show or not. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you. Have a good one.